What's up, TappN fam? We're back with another Shots O'Clock series where we bring you the insider secrets on the nightlife in your city by sitting down with the movers and shakers of the industry itself. Today, we have the pleasure of meeting with one of the up-and-coming DJs in the Cleveland nightlife today. You can catch him at Birds of Paradise or anywhere in Ohio City or throughout the city, spinning on the ones and twos. Ladies and gentlemen, justAj.
What up?
Hey, I appreciate you locking in with us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Not to expose you, but you said this is your first interview.
First time.
Okay, let's go.
I
Let's
gotta
go.
break the ice.
Well, I appreciate you tapping in with us. We'll get right into it. So, tell people who aren't as familiar a little bit about yourself and your upcoming as a DJ.
So I'm born and raised here in Cleveland. So I started DJing back in like 2018.
Mm.
Or no, summer of 2019 it was. I bought my first little controller, little DJ SB3.
Okay.
For all my DJs out there that they know what that is, but I didn't really start taking it seriously till about like a year and a half or 2 years later. I kind of have a bad habit with that. Like
Mm.
I don't know, I'll buy something or I'll try to pursue a new hobby of mine, and it's very overwhelming.
You okay?
Learning some new
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
especially stuff with electronics and whatnot. So it'll take me a while to get into it. But as soon as I get that ball rolling, it's like I got hooked on it, kind of like that. And then I took a job at Barley House doing promotion back in what was that? Summer of 2021, and I kinda took the job just like a way to tell them like, "Hey, I got a DJ,
Mm.
hey, and let me, like, maybe get a slow night here, see what happens," and then, my dude Sully and I, shout out the homie Sully, we played a Wednesday there, packed it out, brought a bunch of college kids up in there, so that kind of was where I got my footing in the whole DJ scene here in Cleveland, and then from there, it kinda just branched out.
Okay. Now that first gig, everybody talks about a DJ's first gig or your first professional gig. I'll say you want to walk us through that a little bit because I'm sure you're on pins and needles the first time.
Goodness, yeah, yeah. We were, my buddy Sully and I that I mentioned, it was a Wednesday, like their industry night over at Barley House on West 6th. And I remember driving down there from the east side 'cause we stayed in Cleveland Heights at the time, him and I. I remember driving down there, we were both kind of just freaking out. Oh, we don't know what the fuck's about to happen. But ended up going well. I think this goes for most things when it's time to, like, actually go and do it, like, whether it's running a marathon or playing a DJ set, by the time you get there, like, all the work's been done already.
Mm.
So you just gotta do what you know how to do, really.
Right.
Yeah, it's like I guess the hard work's already been done. So just
Yeah.
sit there, do what you know how to do, and be comfortable, and, 10 minutes in, we both calmed down, took a little shot, like I
Yeah.
do sometimes, and then, yeah, it was all good from there.
So I've had the privilege of seeing you out and about. I caught you at Birds of Paradise once. Um, so how have you been able to promote yourself and expand yourself throughout the city over these last few years?
Um, I would say, uh one being reliable. Um, no one wants to hire someone or hit someone up and contract them for something and then they end up dropping the ball. So I feel like constantly being reliable, constantly being on time to your gigs, whatever it may be, even being early. I try to get into everything DJ related kind of early. I do have a bad habit with being late to other stuff, but when it comes to work, like
Right.
I'm there early every time. That and just being present. I tell a lot of new, not even just some DJs my age, even and younger, older, whatever. Just the importance of being present. Um, on your nights off, like if you don't have a gig somewhere, you gotta be out and about at the places that A, you already DJ at, or B, that you want to DJ at.
Mhm.
I'll have some people hit me up asking me, "Yo, can you get me some gigs here? Can you get me some gigs there?" And I'm like, "Well, have you been there before?" So, and they're like, "No." Well, how would you know that that's even like a good fit for you, or how do you know you even want to play there? You've never even stepped foot in there. Um, so yeah, being present. You never know where the opportunities are going to present themselves. Like I've made the craziest, most random connections at like random places. Like shoot, we just ran into each other for the first time uh just last weekend, was it? At
Yeah,
Paradise.
at Happy Endings, yeah.
And I was like, wait, I know you from somewhere. And little stuff like that. But yeah, you're not running into people, and you never know what kind of opportunity can present itself if you don't put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Just like always being out and about on your nights off.
Yeah, yeah, very well said, very well said. Um, and that kind of rolls into I want to tap into your approach to marketing a little bit. Definitely being social and night seeing, well, and social in general is huge. Networking is your biggest tool. But what are your other approaches to marketing yourself, or your gigs?
So I really started taking that stuff seriously like this past winter. So it's only been a few months that I've really been going super hard on the content side of things for marketing. Um, I back in I think it was November, I bought myself 2 little action cameras and a little aperture light. I just bring those around with me to all my gigs, 95% of my gigs. Um, and I'm constantly just recording with those. Um, so I could just go after my gigs, put that footage into Final Cut, whatever, and just pick the hottest moments from it kinda thing, and then just clip that up because the short form content kind of is what's running everything. But before I was doing that, uh, I'm really big on YouTube. I've been a YouTube person my whole life, like, growing up, I don't know how old I was when we got rid of cable, but as soon as we got rid of that, I was like, "Alright, YouTube," and ever since then, like, I to this day, I don't watch TV shows or movies, like, I watch documentaries or people that I follow on YouTube that
Okay.
I'm following kinda thing. Um, but yeah, for marketing, I would say that, yeah, just show us the short format stuff and then stuff on YouTube. Just making sure everything looks professional. I feel like a lot of people, um, go down the wrong path with that. They kind of try making stuff look too clickbaity or too, like, on trend for what's kind of, like, trending right now, and, like, there is value to that, I feel, but you also kinda gotta be yourself, with it while staying professional and making everything look professional. Uh, so yeah.
Very well said. So when it comes to curating your sets, walk me through that process a little bit. Do you already have an idea of what you're gonna play before you get there, or is it more of like I'm showing up and I'm gonna test out some material?
So when I first started, there was definitely more preparation involved, in terms I would never show up somewhere and just play, like have songs planned to play because for me, that kinda takes the fun out of it,
Mm.
and that also makes me super nervous, like, I'm not good at reciting things. If
Okay.
I'm just going, like, off the cuff, I could do it way better. Um So yeah, when I first started, I would be super well prepared, and I'd have like my songs broken down by genre in smaller crates within my DJing software. Um, Nowadays, I could show up to most gigs and kind of just rock them.
Mm.
But with that being said, I download new music every day. I take an hour or two every day to look for new stuff. Um, and so there's constantly little I'm finding new songs or new remixes, new edits that I really want to play, and I don't want to forget to play them.
Mm.
So I'll make sure I put those ones in a folder for Saturday, whatever, January 20
Okay.
kind of thing.
Right, right.
So yeah.
No, I love that approach, and it's unique to hear how some DJs will either have I won't say a pre curated set, but I see even like you said, like here are these songs that I know I want to play, so I just have to make sure I get to 90 BPMs to make
And
sure
if
that
I
I'm
if I get
plugging
that
this in.
one off, then it'll lead me into something
Okay,
else. That it always
I
does.
like that. Like have your little bullet points, and then like a trail
Exactly.
throughout that.
Precisely. In the same way I'm sure you probably do these interviews.
Yeah, yeah. So what's one approach that you have? I'll say to curating a great event? Outside of I mean, you have your go-to songs, but what makes it a great event in your perspective?
Nowadays, I think a big thing is cost. Like people don't want to go and have to spend a bunch of money to have a good time. Um so making sure the overhead for people that are going to be attending is low, whether that's cheaper drinks, low ticket cost or no ticket cost, allowing people to bring their own alcohol if it's a party that allows that at a venue that allows that. Um but the vibes definitely got to be on point. Um Let me think about that. Uh what makes a good event?
Outside of a DJ, say if you're not DJ, if you're not working it, if you were to an attend event, what are you looking for?
Uh, yeah, definitely fun people and good music.
Mm.
For me, like, I don't know, for some people, the music may not be, like, the main focal point for them when they're going out anywhere to a nightclub or a party or a venue, whatever. For me, being a DJ and someone that loves music, like, that's definitely the first and foremost thing for me. Actually, I would put it no, I would put it second. The people that A, you're with, the people that are there. Um, I know sometimes you'll walk into a room or a party or a club and you'll immediately know that you'll be able to tell right away that, like, everyone there is trying too hard to look cool and look like they got money and they're doing this and that, and no one's, like, actually having a good time.
Yeah.
Um
Look staged.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so easy to tell when you walk into something and that's what it is, and it's also so easy to tell when it's the opposite of
Mm.
it. See, I would say, yeah, just having good, fun people there that are have a good time and they're there to have a good time and dance.
Okay. I love that. I couldn't agree more.
Oh, and, dim lighting.
Okay. Like
Like
lounge style
yeah,
setting.
just, like, dim lighting in general because no one wants I feel like 99% of people aren't they're more comfortable dancing when it's lower lit,
Mm.
they can't be seen as much. And the same thing could be said for, like, the room being busier because like, you can only see 5 feet in front of you,
Mm.
as opposed to if the room's empty, you could see everyone, what everyone's doing, and everyone's conscious of that. So, like, yeah, tight, cramped rooms, dim lighting, and then the things I said.
Okay.
That's what
Spoken like a true curator. I appreciate those tips. So diving a little bit into the Cleveland nightlife itself, what is one thing you feel Cleveland has that other places don't have?
hmm. So I personally haven't had the luxury, or the opportunities, I should say, to travel much as in my adult life or even in my life in general. I just haven't gotten out of Cleveland, Ohio much. Um, but I do like some people. I guess it's a double edged sword. Some people love it, some people hate it. But I do like the tight knit aspect of Cleveland.
Yeah.
I don't know, you could always go out and I guess, like I said, some people don't like this and some people do like this, but I appreciate being able to go out and like always run into someone that I know, run into a homie, whether
Yeah.
it's at a local restaurant or bar, whatever it is. Um, I could appreciate that. And like I said, I haven't been outside of Cleveland much, and especially not for long extended periods. So I don't really know if what I just said that might exist in other cities, and I just don't know it.
Right.
But I really do appreciate that bit about Cleveland.
Okay. No, I've heard that a few times, so there's got to be some truth to it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, and some people, like I said, some people don't like it. Um, I don't know why they think that way. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's nice going out and seeing a familiar face.
For
Who
sure.
doesn't like that?
And it's what is this? What they say? 0 degrees of separation is like once you're in the inner workings of the city, everybody knows everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, where
Exactly.
we are one like neighborhood family.
Exactly. Exactly. And it allows you to kind of just go out and roam freely by yourself,
Yeah, for sure.
have a good time.
Well said. Well said. What is one thing you feel? Um, we'll say, how do I want to word this? What is one thing you feel? I won't say that Cleveland has that Cleveland has that other places. Well, that's the one I just asked you. What is one thing you feel is missing from the Cleveland scene? Like, what would you like to see more of?
I was just talking. I've been talking with some college students recently about this case. I went to John Carroll,
Mm.
over on the east side. Um, I'm just trying to reconnect with some kids out there. Just house parties, like
Oh,
people don't. I don't know what happened to like the grimy, sweaty house parties. Like we don't gotta do it like we're in college. We're not drinking jungle juice out the vat and stuff. We're not.
that might be what they need.
That might be maybe that is what they need, but yeah, maybe. We're not smashing beers in our head and doing stupid fraternity stuff,
You're right.
but yeah, like some cool dope house parties where it kind of goes off what I said earlier, low cost, like people could just show up, they could have their little six pack of
Yeah.
drinks,
Mm,
whatever, show up with their friends, and have a good time, not to spend a bunch of money. Um, and it has that intimate atmosphere to it. Um, I guess the issue why those might not exist is everyone kind of lives in these bougie apartments nowadays.
yeah, you can't have no house
So
party there.
they don't
The
want
people aren't owning houses these days. That's really
that's the problem, yeah.
But I hear you. Yeah, bring back the house party. That would be fire. You know what? I also think the issue with that is social media. You know, back in the day when there were house parties, you everything wasn't on social media.
Mhm.
Now people are a little bit hesitant to get exposed.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true, but shit. it's even cheaper to be living in a house, renting one with your homeboys.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
my brother and I do. It's even cheaper to be doing that than uh, some of these
Yeah,
apartments.
yeah. Oh, for
I
sure.
say, yeah, everyone get yourself a little house.
Yeah, yeah. Bring back the house party.
Rent a little
List out.
house, get the basement parties
Okay.
going.
Okay, yeah. Bring back basement parties. I like that approach. I agree. I haven't seen there hasn't been too many house parties, not actual like house parties in quite some time.
Yeah, I'm working on some stuff with a few buddies right now. So
Okay.
we'll when the time is ready,
That's cool.
talking
We'll
about
have to
stuff.
revisit this conversation for
Exactly.
sure.
Exactly.
So I got a couple more questions in closing. What is one thing, or what's some words of wisdom that you have for upcoming DJs who are looking to either start their career or further their career?
Um, I would say, I mean, I think the first and foremost, like I myself have gotten lost in this in the past, but the first and foremost, like important thing with this is, I think being actually good at it and like putting the time in to get there. Um, Nowadays, it's easy to, like, market yourself. I wouldn't say it's easy, but some people focus too much on the marketing side of stuff and not enough on the skill side. And then the flip side of the coin, some people focus too much on the super technical stuff and being amazing technically and technically sound, and they don't focus on the marketing side of stuff. So I would say finding that balance, but definitely making sure that, like, you've kind of earned your stripes, before you maybe you want to start putting yourself out there super publicly. I might not be the best person to ask for this because I'm the type of person that I want things to be super perfect before anyone's able to see it. Definitely works against me a lot of the time. Um, but yeah, just putting time into the craft, really making sure you actually are passionate about it and whatnot. And it's funny. Speaking of passion, I was looking at some at the interview you guys did with Nick Nack. Um, I saw a quick clip she was mentioning, talking about passion. Um, I think, that leads me to another thing for up and coming DJs, like, this kind of applies to even outside of DJing, but especially within DJing, like, no one just has a passion for anything, like, no one's born with that stuff, you discover that as you age and as you grow, and, like, the first few weeks and even months, sometimes even years of learning something, they kind of can suck, but once that ball starts rolling, like, it's so easy to get hooked, and that's in my opinion, that's what passion is. Once
Mm.
that ball starts rolling, you see it just a little bit of progress, and you're like, I'm getting good at this," and not good in an objective sense, but, like,
Mhm.
good as of the DJ I was last week, I'm better than him
Mm.
this week kinda thing. And once you start getting that momentum rolling, I think it's game over for, like, anything. Um, Build a passion that way, you're gonna win.
Well spoken, well spoken. So, where do you see yourself, or where would you like to see yourself in the next 5 years?
Mm, um Past few months, I'm starting to produce music a little bit.
Okay.
I'm still really in the beginner stages of all that. I try spending as much time as I can with it every day, but I am so busy with everything going on. So I do struggle. But that I would like to see where that kind of could maybe take me. I really want to just collaborate with some cool people and make some cool stuff and kind of
Mm.
do stuff differently. Whether or not it's successful or not, I kind of just want to make cool stuff. Um, and have cool events, have cool parties, and kind of just yeah. I want to be different, and I want people to see me as different. I want to do different stuff that like no one's done.
I love that. I love that. Well, if somebody's looking to come hear one of your sets, where can they find you?
Shit, over West Sixth, I'm at Barley House and Lost over there. Birds of Paradise over on what's that, West 25th? Yeah, over in Ohio City. Crowbar, I played there not too long ago with my dude Sully that I mentioned earlier. I throw it on there maybe a few times a year. That and yeah, like I also mentioned earlier, got a few cool events coming up. So some cool little rooftop stuff, some house parties and whatnot. So check out the Instagram and stay tuned. Yeah.
Oh, fire, fire, fire. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to tap in with us. Once again, tap in with Just AJ on social media. Be sure to follow him, keep up with all his events, and be sure to tap in with Hear Us Tap In. Appreciate your time,
Thank you. I
boss.
appreciate you, man.
Absolutely.
It was awesome.